Did you play Final Fantasy VIII? No. That's actually one of the Final Fantasy games I haven't played. Oh, correction. I've started the game up, and for some reason I didn't really play. So maybe I played like 5 minutes, 3 minutes. But it was something about it that was like, I don't know. But I'm absolutely going to play it, because that's a goal of mine, to like go through all of the Final Fantasy games that both the games I have played and those I haven't played. I love the Guardian Forces in that, the equivalent of Aeons. Well, that's cool. So I think they have that in most of the games. Like the summonings are always there in some way, right? But I like it a little bit more when they do something fun with it. So in let's say in Final Fantasy VII, for example, they're just summonings, which is fine, but kind of boring and kind of bland. So in this, when they have like they make them into Aeons instead, they give them more of a purpose in the world. And I'm guessing the Guardian Forces is also like something of that nature. They become more, I don't know, alive in a way. Otherwise, I feel like they're just, I don't know. Yeah, I think in some are the same, like Ifrit and Shiva. Yeah, so Ifrit and Shiva usually comes. I mean, I would say like Ifrit, Shiva, Bahamut. Ixion, I would say, is by himself. He's usually paired up with like Odin, I think. Sure, Bright Race, I guess. Yeah, let's swap this one. Yeah, it's probably the same as F7. You summon them and they do. You summon them and they do one move. Okay, but do they like they're still called like the Guardian Forces? So, is there like a is there a point of getting them other than that? Just that they're just summonings. Like in this one, you get them like they're implementing the story more. Like you have to get them to be able to defeat the last boss, whatever. But yeah, in Final Fantasy VII, it's more like you get what they call materia, and then you use that for every ability. Well, basically every ability available, including the summonings. So I guess in that way, it's kind of included the story. That magic works in the way of how materia works. And I forgot how materia works. I don't think there's a point to search, just to collect them and level up. Okay, well, but you can still level them up, so that's cool. Yeah, but I'm absolutely going to go through Final Fantasy VIII when I can. I haven't decided which order I'm going to do things yet. I will see. This way? Methinks. Mug. Thunder. But yeah, I think So I'm thinking that the next game after Final Fantasy, it will make sense if we do X2. It's not, as I said several times, it's not the best Final Fantasy game. But it's absolutely... Let's see. It is. Let's go read this and we'll do the rant later. But Chella loves new things. Hard on others, easy on self. Stingy. Oh no, I lose. I don't lose. Come back. You little shit. Okay, just keep doing this. Cool. Okay. Go, go, go. Boo! Cheater! Come back here, asshole. Third trial. Oh my god. Oh, I can only do it. Okay, Sphere del Perdor. What does that mean? Do I still get the... Is it that I don't get, like, their special... What does that mean? So, if we do the Cactus Sphere completely, we get the Cactus Sphere, or we get the Sphere del Perdor if you lose. But it doesn't matter which sphere we get. So I can still get the Mercury Sigil. But I think it's just that I get like maybe special stuff if I complete the game. Yeah, it was a messy Bessie. Anyway, let's go back. Let's get attacked. Take it back. But yeah, I don't know in which order I'm gonna do things. I'm thinking it would make sense for us to go into X2 right after this one, because it is the successor, even though it's not maybe the best game. It still has some quirks. And I've said it before, the game knows what it is, and it doesn't lie about it. It tells us straight up, this is what the game is. It is quirky, it is fun. It is not what Final Fantasy X was. It is different. And so some people love it, some people hate it. And that's what it is. But it's still a Final Fantasy game, and so if we're going to go through them, we gotta go through them. That's just how it is. But after that, I think it makes sense if it follows on storyline and character-wise. Absolutely, I think that. So the second game, I don't know, have you played it, Will? But the second game focuses on Yuna, obviously. So it's Yuna, Riku, and then they put in a third character that's called Pain. That has no affiliation to like anyone really. She looks like she could be like Oren's daughter, but that has never been officially confirmed. So I think she's just a random character that they thought, like, what if we make like a female Oren character, but that are like in Yuna's and Riku's age range ish. Is it the only FF they ever made a sequel to? No, they did also do. I was. It's Final Fantasy 13, right? Where you fight as Lightning and those. They did 2 sequels of that. One that's called 13-2. And then they made one that was called like Lightning Returns, I think. I have never finished that whole series. I never played X2. I did buy it though, I think. Was it like an attempt at a girl power FF game? Yes, absolutely. You will absolutely see that. Yeah. From the first scene, it's very prevalent that it's a girl power game. But as I said, I don't mind it. I liked it when it came out. As I said, it's like it tells us right away from the beginning what it's trying to be, and it's fun. So it's about basically what happens after. So not to spoil it, but a lot of the characters are still from this game are still in it, but they are not main characters anymore. So Yuna, Riku, and then Pain, and then they go through Spira, and we get to meet like Waka and Lulu and stuff like that again. And she's getting into something that's called sphere hunting. It's basically finding spheres that has old memories in them. And there's a specific reason to why she does that, basically. Oh, I don't remember those. I thought FF3 was a big flop. I think it was. And I'm not sure why. Because the game came out. I think that was the first game that wasn't PlayStation exclusive. Because I remember playing it on Xbox 360. So that's the first game that they actually opened up, and so technically it should have done better because they were selling to more consoles, right? But that's the thing. The game is jokingly called Final Fantasy Corridor because the game is very built like a long corridor. And the thing is, I agree with the whole Final Fantasy Corridor statement. I think it's one of its biggest weaknesses. But I thought about it like playing this game as well. This game is also Final Fantasy Corridor, but no one is bashing on it, right? Because this all looks like an open area where we're running through, but we're very controlled in where we can go and not, right? The map is not open. Let's take a game like Witcher 3, for example, which is very open. You can go like to a lot of different places. But here we can only go into the confines of the map, even though the map is sometimes bigger, sometimes not. It's still a very corridor-like game. And Final Fantasy 13 is exactly that. But I think the difference is that in this version, we don't see the enemies. I think in the other version, in 13, when I come into a map, I can directly see how many enemies are on the map. So I can right away see I have to fight this many enemies. And to get the magic chest, or to get the chest that is somewhere on the map, I have to go a sneaky way, and I have to get that chest. And when I do that, some of the enemies will respawn, and I have to fight them again. And I think there was just a tediousness of that people didn't like. And same with me. I had the exact same thing with the game. So I've never finished 13. I've just gotten to the point where it's very corridory, and then suddenly, I don't know, 9 hours or even more into the game, you played what you feel is like 2/3 of the game, then suddenly the game opens up and it's like open worldy, and it's at that point it feels weird because it doesn't feel right, because you have been playing in the corridor, and then suddenly you have like the whole world. You're like, I don't know, it's too much, it's overwhelming. So I stopped there. I was like, I'm not gonna play more. But for the sake of like going through all the Final Fantasies, I am gonna give it one more chance. I go through it, and we're absolutely gonna bash on it when we get to it. Yuna got a new addiction. Yeah, I mean, you gotta have something to do, right? Yeah, I remember that. I think I bought it for both systems, being a collector back then. I know people are weird. Resident Evil was one of the successful games of its time, and yet when they got 4 to 4, they completely changed the format, and then everyone complained about the tank controls. Yeah, I mean, like the Final Fantasy series has always, like, it's never the same team that builds the game. I think they all the games are built together by like separate teams, so that's why they're so different from each other. And I think that's Final Fantasy's kind of big strength as well. Because otherwise it would probably have felt like we could have gotten like Final Fantasy... Let's say Final Fantasy 7 or Final Fantasy 9. And it would have been like the same game, just different skins. Different story, different skins. And I think people would have been tired of Final Fantasy franchise because of that. So therefore I think it's kind of good that they did everything differently. So in Final Fantasy 13, they focus more in... The combat is still turn-based, but it's also very fast, in a way. So for example, if I don't... I can step away from the PC and not pause the game here, and the enemies wouldn't move. But in Final Fantasy 13, they still have their moves. So the enemy could technically kill me if I step away from the PC while not playing the game, if I don't pause it. So it's more like it's everything happening in real time, but still turn-based in a way. And then after that, they went to Final Fantasy 15 and did the one with Noctis, and that's the first game that is more like, let's say, Kingdom Heartsy, that is like more just in the fray all the time. And then they used the same stuff for the Final Fantasy 7 remakes, I think. So now we're in a Final Fantasy where everything's happening in real time. And I think every Final Fantasy has its own, like, you know, special perks, like why they're good and why they're not good. Orobea is stuck inside. Be back soon. So I think Orobea is stuck inside a chest somewhere. Central. I don't know if we're in Central now or are we West? No, Alec and Aloja was in Sanubed, it's Central. So there's a chest on the far side of the map. But this minigame is different. There are 3 treasure chests along the pathway to Robea. Starting with the treasure chests closest to Robea, they contain a blessed gem, 2 shining gems, or 2 shadow gems. You get to keep the gems even if you do not complete the challenge, so you can blow the first and second trial to obtain the items if you wish. Making it to Robea is 14 seconds, not too difficult. Okay. Well, first we gotta find the damn first chest. And so I think Central is still, it's back here. I don't know if this is considered north, maybe? I'm not sure. I'ma mug you. Get some points in. Oh no! We try to get. Well, maybe we could keep mugging you. Nope, you didn't have anything of value. So cure on Waka. Then we're gonna do get Orn in here.
This ends now. Farewell.
Goodbye. Have you played much Resident Evil, by the way, Will? I have played exactly 0 Resident Evil games. Those are games that I would like to get into. So I would have I like the idea of getting into them, but I'm also a scared little bitch. So yeah, I haven't. It's because I'm a scared little bitch. I play the older ones, but I stopped playing at RE4. Okay. But yeah. It's weird to say that because I am like on my YouTube channel I have played a bunch of horror games. And I like horror games, but there's something about Resident Evil that's always been like, nah bro, can't do it. It's too scary. But that's also something that I could get into doing. Eventually.
Farewell.
Oh wow, Captain Law, you played all those Slender games. I did play all those Slender games. Man, Slender Man, that was a good time. It's a special time of the internet. You were the master of horror. I did focus a bunch of horror. I mean, I haven't stopped. And Amnesia, yeah, absolutely. I did a bunch of like Amnesia stories. There is at least there are 2 Amnesia games that have come out that I haven't played that I want to play. So it's Rebirth and whatever the ones they call Cellar or whatever. It's Bunker. The Bunker. That's one. The Cellar. Is it down here? Those Amnesia mods. Yeah, but there was a bunch of like really good Amnesia games. I don't think the first Amnesia... It doesn't really translate today as well as it did back then. Because it's not... I don't know. I don't feel like it's scary the same way it was back then. And I think it was because it was new. We absolutely had horror games. But not really of that nature. Because you're basically helpless. You don't have any weapons. You're walking around with just your wits and trying to like survive something that's it's so spooky. But it's like when we played Soma here. It's... I don't know. It's scary, and it was. I was pretty scared when I played Soma, I'm not gonna lie. But there's always this this thing in your mind that you know that when the enemy is getting you, then he's gonna like despawn and you'll be fine. And then it's not as scary anymore. But in Soma they actually removed some of that aspect and like still kept the enemies in the game, which was good because then you still had to like overcome it. There are more. Like Alien Isolation is supposed to be really good. People are saying do it in VR. I'm saying I'm not gonna do it in VR. Not happening, bro. I don't know if those old games would be scared today. Exactly. I think a lot of the older games, they had their time. It's like Slenderman as well. I don't think Slenderman is scary today. Not the same way. It's more of the like thrilling hunt that you need to like you need to find all the pages. Like I played the what's it called? It was an old game. There was more of a demo, I think, when I played it back in the day. It's called like Eyes, the real horror story. It's a very basic game where you walk around the map trying to find what is it, treasure stuff, and then something is hunting you basically. I don't know. Those games, they had their shine in their time, but it's not the same anymore, right? You know? Alien Isolation is a good game, definitely worth playing. Again, it's kind of like you're helpless. If the alien comes after you, you have no defense. But there's still some combat because you have other humans and synthetics. Well, that's good. That there's still like that you can defend yourself in some ways. I think there's a fine line there from where you don't want it to become like too much of a shooter game, because when it's a shooter game, then suddenly we have Doom. You're like Master Chief or a Doom guy, and then you're like invincible and you don't fear anything. But if you have weapons, but you have like depleting ammo, for example, like you have to like really save your shots. They're doing that right in Resident Evil, right? That they have like you don't have massive amounts of shots or healing stuff. So that actually does make the games like feel more horror-esque. So yeah, I think there's a balance into that where you have to, and I think that Resident Evil game seems to have like really gotten that down. As I said, I haven't played any, but I've seen like Jacksepticeye play the newer ones. Well, yeah. So yeah, maybe one day we're gonna have time for that. Ooh, it's Bobby. It's Robea, a real needle brain, likes cramped spaces. Check out his great collection. You have a great collection, Foopsie. Okay, so I need to go up to him. I always want to see it. There are 3 treasure chests along the pathway. So the closest one contains a blessed gem, 2 shining gems, 2 shadow gems. You get to keep the items even if you don't complete the challenge. You can blow the first or second trial to update the items if you wish. Okay, so you could just so we can skip. Okay, I think I get it. It was like that in the older RE games, but not sure about the new ones. I think the remakes, from what I've seen from Jack's playthroughs, it still feels like, I think you have like a little bit more ammo, but it still feels like they tried to keep that feeling of a little bit of helplessness in it. At least the remakes of the older ones. Yeah, I think so. Likes cramped spaces. Okay. Well, he's a little claustrophobic. Needle time. Oh no! I don't lose. I don't lose. You can't make me lose. I don't even know what the Shining Gem does. Okay, can I get the second one here? Or the third one? Okay, and then the third one I can get him. I can do it. 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go. Little time. Bing bong. I did it! I have no idea what I got. I got like gems. I don't know what they do. What the gems do? You can now bejewel Juna's staff. It's pretty now. It's pretty now. Let's see now. Items, I guess. Is it key items? It is not. It's usable items, I guess. Shadow gem. Oh, okay. They're damage stuff for Eureka can toss them on enemies. Well, well, well. It's what it is. This is Squid Game. It is Squid Game. Man. Have you seen season 3 yet? Or have you seen it at all? I haven't started watching season 3 yet. I think it came out like, I don't know, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I haven't had the time. Sure. Let's throw away. I haven't seen season 2. I didn't know there was a 3. Yeah, they released season 2 this year, and then they released... I think they probably made season 2 and 3 like at the same time, but then they released the second one now first, and then the third one just came out. You don't have to watch the second and the third if you don't want to. At least not this, you know. I like the first one, but I don't see how they can make it into the story of it. Yeah, I think they could have absolutely stopped with the first one. In a way. Because it's like, not to spoil it, but the main character goes back into another Squid Game. What? It makes sense when you watch it why that happens. And it's not willingly, obviously, but yeah. Thunder Smash. Ohio. Don't do it. Bushido. Dragon Fanguru. I think they're gonna make a Squid Game that's gonna be like in the US. Like still, it's not. I feel like I have like 10 bright braces, right? Yeah, I don't need another bright bracer. It's fine. Okay, let's go back. How many are we on now? Have we done 9 yet? There's still money to be made, yeah. They also made the real life one. And I'm not talking about I think Mr. Beast made one that is called Mr. Beast Challenge or whatever. But they also made like a real life one, and I think that was pretty good. No one died, obviously. That would be cruel and weird. It's a weird TV show if they kill people. You know what you signed up for. But yeah, I still liked it. There was like real people with real life ass problems and, you know, real reasons to why they needed the money. And it was like, you know, it was kind of fun to see. But yeah, I think the American one is still gonna be like a story, like with actors and stuff. Kind of that's the whole point, though. Yeah, exactly. I think they made some of the games from the first season, but then they like made other games as well, so it was kind of fun to see like different kind of games. A firing script, Lord of the Hole is gone. Isra thinks be back soon. Lord of the Hole? Now that's strange. We're not gonna comment on that. Oh, he's in an actual hole. Okay, I have to leave area and re-enter it to make Isra appear. Not you can jump into the nearby hole and travel forward to make this game much easier. Okay. Cool. Well, first of all, we gotta leave. I'm not saying they should kill people IRL, but the whole drama comes from it being life or death. Yeah, absolutely. But I still think it worked as a game show because people were still eliminated out of the game, right? So it's like any game show, really. But yeah, absolutely, it does take out the whole reason of it being a life-threatening situation. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we in the future would actually get more game shows like that. Like in a dystopian future. Where we're more into like, we don't care about each other and... Yeah, I actually don't see that the whole thing being a complete impossibility, to be honest. It would be awful. But people would probably like it, and that's the weird attraction to it. I mean, back in the day, people went to hangings because it was happening. It's like not like they sold cotton candy and like had a raffle, but they still I mean, it was still let's go to the thing where they kill people. I mean, fucking gladiator arenas. It's just human history is just littered with killing people. So hopefully we're more civilized than that these days, but you know, honestly, I don't know. Yeah, it's like The Running Man, and there's some clips of violent game shows and RoboCop. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like there's absolutely more reference to stuff like that. I mean, fuck it, take Thunderdome in Mad Max 3 or whatever, same thing. Hello? The philosopher about town. Today he digs holes again. A cautious soul. Okay, so this is supposed to be hard. Okay, can I get up the hole? Oh! But I did it! What? What happened? I like went... I went down the hole and like through the sand. Okay, that worked. Was Hunger Games like that? I haven't seen any of them. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. The whole story of Hunger Games is that they it's well, yeah, we have rich people, right? And they live in the capital, and then we have all the like districts that is like around them that provides the capital with stuff like coal, stuff like lumber or like mining stuff or whatever, and the whole like main capital is like keeping all the districts down in different ways, and the Hunger Games is one of the ways to like make all the people be, I don't know, undermined in a way that like every whatever how many years we have the Hunger Games, and we force young people to compete from every district to for the glory or whatever. And then yeah, absolutely, people or children die in droves in those games. Like every time there's a boy and a girl from every district. So 12 times 2. 24. I guess. And that Japanese movie, Battle Royale. Yeah. I've never seen that movie, but I know what you're talking about. Right ring. I don't have a bright ring. I don't need another one. God dang it. No, I need to go up here. But hopefully we'll have more sense than that, than to go back to our old archaic ways. But hey, when Trump is the president, anything can happen, right? Now we're bombing Iran or whatever, so I mean, it's a fun day for everyone except the ones that are involved. I'm just happy to live my life and not be dead. We're gonna have a dystopian future. There's gonna be a Last of Us at some point, right? Might as well enjoy it while it lasts. But Iran having nuclear weapon is scary. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying anything about that. I think like just in general, we should just get rid of our nuclear weapons. I understand that that's like, if we would do it, then they wouldn't or whatever. But the whole purpose, honestly, you know what? I think the only reason to why humanity would go together is if we were invaded by an alien force that is way stronger than us, and that humanity would have to get together to prevail. We have to use all our forces together to be able to like just survive. I think that's the only reason to why humanity would like survive. As long as there's no outer threat, we will always fight each other. Like, you know, it's a crazy world. I try not to even look into global politics. I mean, you don't. You know, sometimes it's harder not to because it just keeps getting flooded. Like, it doesn't matter where you are. Would I want to go into... I could... Should I open this? I don't have that many... I mean, wait. Yuna could technically go through here. I don't know. Let's do it. It's probably a bad idea, but I'm doing it. So I think I would like Riku to go into, like, I don't know, either Kimari's tree or maybe Kimari's tree and then Tidus tree. How do we do that then? So we're down here. We want to go... We want to get Copycat. And Pilfer Gill. And this is Kimari's tree. Where are we? We're down here. We could technically just go into Lulu's tree here. Go through here. And then we get up in Kimari's tree through here and go through these places. Because we don't have like an infinity of teleportation stuff or... Yeah, we could do that. Let other people get upset over it. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I try not to get too bothered by world politics stuff. But as I said, sometimes you can't really do anything about it because looking in your phone, you're looking at the memes, you're going, haha, it's funny, and then suddenly Trump's in your phone and it's like, oh, I bombed Iran, and you're like, you did what? I'm sorry. You fucking did what? No, they had it coming, and you're like, oh, I can't. Yeah, I literally can't. I can't do it. So yeah, let's just live our lives and hope that we won't die. What? Okay. The glyph clue. Much curious Elo has left on a journey. Enter the oasis area and follow Elio as it warps up to the airship. You can use the save sphere in Zenubia Desert to... Okay, so now we should warp to the oasis. And then we need to go to the airship. Okay, cool. This is still like... I'm still enjoying this, even though it's like kind of a long trek. It's still like a little like fun part where they're like, oh, this little cactuar went to the school, and this little cactuar went home, and this little cactuar went fucking ballistic and killed everyone. No, that's not what's happening here. That was funny to me. Let's mug Snake. Let's thunder a dog. Let's ball a bird. Let's mug a snake again. But yeah, I've been going through my Steam library lately to like see what games I have and what games I wanted to play, and so I have a bunch of games that I bought, especially like on Steam sales and stuff like that. So we have a whole backlog of stuff we're doing, so we don't have to be worried about like running out of games. I should use my brain here. I didn't. I stopped using it. Sometimes I do that. It's fine. It's what happens.
It's over.
It's over. Goodbye. We should get this to go back to Oasis. Can we do it without getting killed? Yep. So we board the airship. Then we go back to Bikanel Island.
Here we go.
Yeah. Then we'll go here, so we have to leave to get the cutscene. Okay, there's still a little ways to go. And again, I don't know if you get attacked in the Oasis. Maybe you do. Feels like Oasis would be a safe space. Here we go. Hello. Where you going, son? He left. What the heck? Tyler's like, what the heck? This little cactuar just want to see the world. And we're like, no, you're going back to forced labor camp. We cannot have you roaming free. It is not possible. We don't like it. No, no, no. In this land, cactuars don't have rights. Ah. Bing bong. Come here, you little... Try to escape from me. Haha! Hello? Oh damn, he's a big boy. That's a chunky cactuar. Hello. Elio, to see what lies beyond the sands, he travels to distant lands. Hyper-reactive and a bad poet. We're just gonna see if it's the same here. It has an added twist of a moving airship to deal with. If you manage to reach Elio, it will jump off the airship and leave you with Elio's food. Okay? Cool, cool. See if we can do this. 11 seconds? Oh no, I lost! I didn't think about the airship was moving. By the way, why is the airship moving? We're still... Bing bong. Oh, nausea. Don't do that. It looked more like it was falling off than I was voluntarily leaving. I don't know. Heliosphere. Cool beats. I guess that's the thing that they could have done in this game, that you can't really fast travel to all the save points. So it would be cool to, for example, to be able to like fast travel from here. But we cannot. So there's only like specific points where you can travel to. I guess I don't have to give like... It could be like too much hand holding. No, no, no. No, no, no. List. Bicanel. We want Bicanel.
Yee-haw! Here we go!
What I was about to say, it sounds like a name for something, and then I realized it is a name for something. It's a name for Bicanel Island. So there you have it. But yeah, it would be a little bit more user-friendly, I guess. They would have given us, they built it like teleport to whichever. But it's fine, I don't care, whatever. I don't know how many we're up to now. We should be nearing completion of the Cactuar. Leaving this godforsaken desert behind. I don't think there's anything, except for the Dark Aeon, I don't think there's anything more to be done here. And yeah, the Dark Aeons are a whole other story. I don't think. I'm pretty sure we need to be like... So I don't... There's not really levels in this game, you know? It's not like we level up and have like level 99. But if you say it like this, I think to be able to like even take on the like weakest Aeon, we should have HP 9999 and MP 999. And so we're pretty far from that, so I'm pretty sure we're not gonna take on the Dark Aeons in this playthrough. I'm probably gonna keep the save file around and you know, level up on my spare time. And then probably after that, if I have the time, we can go back and like try our luck with the last bosses and stuff like that. But I think that this could take a long time. I'm assuming. But it's one of the strengths of the Final Fantasy games. Like it's not necessarily replayability as much as do that. The games are absolutely replayable, but it's more like you could just keep going with the games as much as you want to, because you still have like the end goal of, oh, I want to beat that last and the last Dark Aeon or whatever, and I have to like be really strong to be able to do that. So you come home after school every day, you boot up Final Fantasy X, and you just go nuts at it. You fight the things, you get the gills, you get the XP, you level up, and then one day, half a year later, after playing the game for every day, you were able to do it. I don't remember if I must have. I'm pretty sure when I played it in my youth, I like milked the game as much as you possibly could. But there's still someone in chat talking about like extra boss that comes after the Dark Aeons, and I don't think I ever fought that one. So it could be that I never was able to beat Dark Bahamut. I probably defeated the other ones, but it was like I kind of got stuck on Bahamut because he was so goddamn strong. I just don't know. But the only one way for us to actually know that, it's for me to be able to boot up my old PS2. And hopefully we would see that I would still have my my old save file. That's the only way we could actually know. I think it's fun with like older consoles and stuff like that. But I think there's a time and place for everything, right? So I think like when we talk about older consoles, and I guess I talk about up to, say, Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1 era. Let's even say like Wii era. Like those games still have a whole lot of like replayability in terms of like everything's like different, right? From how games are being made these days, I mean. But there's also so many ways that you could like port the games these days, or that there are like substitute stuff that you could like play the old games, but in like a newer version or new. So I don't know. I don't feel like as bothered as like keeping the old generations alive, if you get it, what I'm talking about. So I have an old PS2. Am I ever gonna use it again? Probably not. Because I can still play Final Fantasy X on my PC. That was only possible back then on my PS2. And I get like if you want to play like old Wii games, for example, they're only, if you want to like play them as they were, then yeah, you would have to go back and play an old Wii to do that. Even though there are probably some ports to like newer Nintendo, but still, I don't know. I just don't know. I think that's why I like PC so much. A lot of games that comes to, or most games that comes out these days, except Nintendo games, they do come out to PC eventually. You rest. I don't know what I'm rambling about. It's the desert madness taking me. But if you're a person that like really likes to gather up old consoles or stuff like that, then I think that's a cool idea. But it's not something that I would be bothered with to do. Because I probably wouldn't play them anyway. I would probably boot up.
Let's go.
I would probably boot up the newest Switch or whatever, and like play the older games through there, or like play it on the PC or whatever. So I don't know. But to each of their own.